Ladies and gentlemen, Western Carolina University is proud to present the Pride of the Mountains Marching Percussion and Rhythm Sections. The percussion and rhythm sections are written for and instructed by Matt Henley and John Henson and are proudly presented today using Yamaha, Remo, Zildjian, and Vic Firth products. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the microphone, Mr. Matt Henley.
Hey there. Thank you. We're very, very excited to be here with you today. Thanks to Roger Caldwell and the Enka Band. The Enka Band parents have been wonderful to us and appreciate very much the opportunity to be here with you today. This clinic is going to be pretty straight ahead. We have a pretty large group that we have to deal with, and what we're going to try to do is show you a little bit of what we do to try and play together. The first thing we're going to show you is how we figure out how to play with three large groups. We have the rhythm section back here, which most marching bands don't have. Our battery percussion, of course, which most marching bands do have, and our, what I would say, traditional ensemble down front. So what we decided to do is we took our legato stroke exercise in the drum line and all of the stuff that we need to play in the front and in the back, and we put it all together. It's an exercise called Lucy Lucy, and it's a way for us to understand each other and how to play with each other in such a spread group. So here we go. This is Lucy Lucy, our legato stroke exercise.
Hey. Hey. I'm sitting up here watching the band. Thank you. Basically, that's one long minute, 15-second exercise that we can break it down into chunks and have little mini exercises all within. We don't have time to show you that right now, but that's kind of the way that works. We also have several other exercises that we don't have time to play for you today. We are going to play a couple of things. Our battery percussion section now is going to play their on-the-field warm-up. Music is usually graded 1 through 6. This is about a 7. This is a very, very difficult piece of music. Lots of tuplet figures and strained roll figures and all that kind of stuff. But this is actually what they play when they're getting on the field, getting ready to go on for a big show. This is an on-the-field warm-up called Billy Goat's Milk.
let our front ensemble and rhythm section play for you a little bit, and hand the mic over to my partner in crime, John Henson.
Thank you. Good job, batters. That's cool stuff. With the front ensemble and rhythm section, we try to write our exercises because we have the rhythm section to incorporate them in everything we do. And we do a lot of rock and roll music and pop music in our shows. So this exercise is called Force Fantasy. It allows our guitarists to do some soloing. It allows our front ensemble to work on musicality, listening, and other responsibilities. So this is Force Fantasy. Back to Matt. We're going to do some of our show for you that we're going to play this afternoon with the rest of the band. We're not going to give you the whole thing. We're going to save some things for you. But here's Matt again.
Okay, this is basically our opening segment of the show, part one. We're kind of starting at the first fanfare of the show, and Amy Shuford, one of our drum majors, is going to be joining us now and try to keep us together, okay? One other thing I wanted to talk about while they're getting fully set is I get asked all the time by band directors and other percussion instructors about stands, whether or not to use percussion stands or not. Does it make the kids weak, you know, all that kind of good stuff. I'm a firm believer in stands, especially for tenor drums and bass drums. The trick, though, is that when they're learning in the learning process, they need to be thinking about their hands and what they're doing when they're drumming. And if they're thinking about their back all the time, that's awfully hard to do. And you have to kind of build up that kind of intensity when you would start putting the drums on, because it's very physically demanding. So what we do a lot of times in our bass drum line, you just notice they play their warm-up segment on stands, but now we're going to play some show music where they have lots more movement and body that's required of them, and now they've got their drums on, we can start building up that kind of stamina. But so big proponent of stands, but you got to be sure they can carry the drum when they do it too. Here we go. This is part one. Measure 27, all the way down. Here we go.